Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Monaco Grand Prix here as part of the Supreme Racing League. Joining me on the caster's bench is Amkasa.
Evening, everybody.
How you doing?
Not too bad. Looking
Good.
forward to this.
It's going to be a good one.
Okay.
Now,
Yep.
we do actually have some no-shows tonight. So the drivers you're not going to see are Julian, Karen GG, Duppy K, and Fassi. They're the guys who are no-showing tonight. So we do actually have a new face, which you may or may not have seen. ERL Hypers. He's in here. He's quite new. He's from what I'm told, he's actually quite a good driver. But there's a rumor going around that he can be a little bit aggressive. So we'll have to keep an eye on him, especially on a track like this where overtakes are really difficult. But it should lead to an interesting race. Well, here we are at the minute. The man in question is the man who's currently leading the race at the minute, which is Crow up on the front row grid, followed by Hypers. All the lights are about to go out, and we are about to get underway with the Monaco Grand Prix. And it's looking pretty clean so far. No collisions just yet. Turn 1. Everything's okay. No collisions. It's looking nicely tidy.
Haas appears to be, well, Haas is battling behind. So Neusser is trying to get past Yoli Gamer. As Fragioco looks to make a move on to Cross, but doesn't make it.
And not only have we not seen any
contact there, I think.
I was literally about to say there's not been any collisions, but he just hit me at the post. But interestingly, looking at the front of the grid, it's still very clean and tidy. Crow and Hypers still leading away. Daniel Epic in 3rd, Lemon in 4th, and Yoli Gamer in 5th.
Yep, Yoli Gamer does have some damage to the front left of his front wing. He hit the back of Lemon going through the hairpin and clouted the wall there. Struggling for front grip now. So I suspect we're going to see him go onto the supers and go really long here.
Alright, look, he's staying out.
That is a brave man.
It is indeed. Crow says fastest, 1:14.6.
At the end of the day, if Yoli can keep those behind him, it's going to work to his advantage. But if he hits the wall too hard, yeah, it's get on your boat and go home time. He's just got to get a good drive out of this corner and then have a chance. Now, yeah, if look, it looked like he carried a bit too much speed into that. It appears to have worked, but Lemon's going to have slipstream, but just not close enough.
Out. Yeah, he backed out. He kind of had to be honest. But looking further down the field, you've got De Kraus, Noosa, and Fragioco all having their own little battle for P6 at the minute. Fragioco is getting close to the back end of De Kraus, and Noosa has actually pulled away quite considerably.
And behind them, Hazard is on the fresh Hypers, Marby on the fresh Supers. He just can't seem to get past. He needs to get past in order to progress up, but just can't get close.
Noose is in the pits, so that brings De Kraus, Fragioco, Marby, and Hazard up. He's pitting already. He must be going for a fresh front wing. He is. What tyres is he going on to? Supers. Okay.
So he'll probably be doing mid-20s, 25 laps or so on those. Fragioco on De Kraus. Oh, he's clipped the wall.
But he could still go for the dive on the inside. No, he's had to back out. But will Hazard do the same? Hazard was just too far back. So looking further up.
Big hit at the wall from Marby. Marby's just got some serious damage and he's out.
That is bad news bears for Marby. He's been struggling a lot this season, and it seems like it's just not getting any easy for him. Hopefully when we get to the sort of mid of the calendar, when the tracks start to open up a little bit. De Kraus has locked up, and now Hazard is through. Fragioco is through. That's disaster for De Kraus. He's had a mare, and now Fragioco and Hazard have been promoted into P6 and 7. The thing that these drivers also need to think about is that even if they can't make the change happen, you only need to jump into the pits, exactly like our race leader Crow and his chaser Hypers has done. Now they're both in the pits, and Hypers actually benefited more than Crow did.
And he's got a penalty.
speeding in the pit lane.
Yeah.
That's disaster for him. But now, that's actually going to cost him the position between him and Hazard. Hazard will actually be able to just fly away now. As long as he doesn't make a mistake and doesn't make the same mistake Fragioko did, then he'll actually inherit that position.
Has gone. Is that?
I think that's at the end of. I think that's in Nouvelle Chicane.
Yeah.
Or is it? Yeah, he's
Oh,
there.
the inside.
Oh man, I thought he was going to crash into him then for a second.
He's caught in the first part of the corner.
So that is our second DNF.
We had a DNS obviously in Maxi Thorn. Hypers, sorry, Hazard has pitted. It's on the fresh supers, so we'll be looking to go to the end from here.
But will he come out in front of Yola Gamer? That's the real question. Fragioko is going to get in front of him without a doubt, as you've seen. But where Yola Gamer is in front of him as well, and now Hazard, he might be able to chase him up the. Well, he's not actually that far behind. He's only just over a second, so he could do it. He could do it. Overtaking is going to be, like we say, very difficult. Oh, the other game is in. Hazard's getting the position. Noose is going to claim that position too. But he doesn't have DRS. He just wasn't close enough.
Balls of battle just coming out of the pits there, I think. Oh no, sorry, it's a lapper.
So news, a little bit of news on De Krause's tyres. His left tyre, his front left tyre, was 112 degrees Celsius.
What has he been doing?
That's a lot of locking up.
He's given up. Well, if he's not given up, I'm wondering why he's parked there.
He's still driving. I think he was just waiting for his tyres to cool down. But Crow now, he's on the back end of Daniel Epic. Daniel has been on the Ultra Soft tyre for 13 laps, which is near enough double what Crow's been on for these Super Softs. Daniel's still yet to pit, but Daniel's running wide. Look how much he's struggling on this tyre, and this is bringing Crow into life. If Daniel makes a mistake, then Crow could capitalise. Crow's gone for the inside line. He's looking for it. Oh, he can't. Daniel just shuts the door. The track is just not wide enough.
And this is playing to the hand of Hypers. Hypers has now closed that gap down to 1.5 seconds.
And that's disastrous for Crow. Oh, here we go. Daniel Epic made a mistake. I think it was a mixture of letting Crow through and making a mistake. But now the distance between the two of them for Daniel Epic and Hypers. Daniel's in front of him, and Hypers has gone for the dive. He's through. Oh, he's hit the wall. He's spun the car around. That is a mare. That is an absolute nightmare for Hypers. He could have taken P2 and been on the chase for Crow, but that one mistake has now caused the gap to be over 5.5 seconds. And that's Crow out in comfort right now. He's comfortably way ahead.
He's got damage.
I don't think he did, because it was only the back left tyre that clipped the wall, which sent his car spinning. But he's very lucky to still have a wheel.
Daniel Epic has left the session.
He's now gone ghost.
Hypers.
Yeah, he's through already.
Hypers is pitted for the Ultras.
Can the Ultras make it 20 laps? 21 laps?
Yeah, if he takes care of them, they should make it. Hypers is out!
Has he crashed out? Has it finally happened? He has, he's done it. Right there. That is bad. So Crow now, all he has to do is just carry on as normal. He just needs to make it around to the end, and he'll actually just take away another race win.
He's got a 43-second lead.
And that gap between Daniel and Hazard is just declining at a rapid amount. And that could bring Hazard, he's already on the podium, but it could bring him higher up on the podium, gain him some additional points, and potentially bring Mercedes even further up in the Constructors' Championship.
He's back though. He just needs to work out when he can join the game, because in the middle of a corner is not the best place to do it. But every second he spends not in the game, he's losing out.
Valuable time.
Maybe that would be the chance for Neusser to get past. Is Fragioko having to get out of the way of Crow, and Neusser just going, well, I'll take you as well then, thank you very much.
Look how fast Crow caught up to these two drivers. These two are going to get in blue flags any second now. But they're actually in one of the worst places to give a position over to the race leader.
No, there's the blue flags.
Alright, now move over, let the race leader through, and then capitalise. Chase, that's it, get on his slipstream. Follow him through, because he's not going to be able to take Fragioko into the Nouvelle Chicane, which means it's going to have to happen a little bit further on. And now this is the awkward part of the track for Fragioko. Let's see how he handles getting out of the way of the blue flags. Where is he going to do it?
Avoids the wall for a change. So obviously much happier without a car in front.
Fragioco hit the wall and lost another part of his front wing. He's now going to have to go in the pits, and now he's in the pits. That brings Noosa up into P4. This is great news for the Sauber driver. He's been waiting for this moment to happen, but Fragioco just pushed himself too hard. He's suffering a penalty right now, it looks like, and he's going to have his... There we go, tyres replaced and wing replaced. It looks like he's going on to the Ultras.
From here? Okay, fair enough.
Surely you'd have gone hypers if he was this late on in the track. 5 laps, you got to
run out of hypers.
I think even scrubbed hypers would be fine, right? I mean, it depends how scrubbed they are, I guess. Oh, but now Yoli Gamer's right here. He's just passed him. He's actually lost out again. Yoli Gamer's right up there now in P5. The chase is on. Fragioco is going to be hunting to see if he can take this position, but we've just seen how Noosa couldn't do it. Will Fragioco be able to do it? And they're both on relatively new Ultrasofts. Obviously, Fragioco's on brand spanking new Ultrasofts, but he needs to figure out what Noosa couldn't. How do you overtake someone on Monaco?
Noosa has pitted, so he's probably going to go on to the hypers.
He has. He's done what Fragioco should have done. Oh, he's actually serving a penalty right now.
No, the penalty comes before he's out of the pits. Oh no, that was odd.
That was a...
Penalties are applied before you get...
Unless it's because he hasn't got pit assist on.
Here they come. He's going to come out right in front of them.
Oh, but Yellow Gamer might actually get it down through as they chase up the hill. It's going to be so close.
As it does.
Yellow Gamer's actually ahead, but Fragioco gets wing damage. Noosa's actually lost out to Fragioco, and now he's down again behind Fragioco. But Yellow Gamer, where did that come from? He's now P4. If he holds his position for the next 4 laps, he will actually finish in such a good position for himself and his team.
Noosa into the wall. They were side by side, and Yellow Gamer came right across and just pushed Noosa into the wall.
I'm not seeing any wing damage on Noosa there.
I saw something fly up.
Fragioco's looking for a move to happen onto Yellow Gamer. It came down to the braking line, but he couldn't make it. Yellow Gamer's actually made a mistake, and now he's got a 3-second time penalty. Fragioco now, he's chasing him into the Nivelle chicane. He looked for the inside line. He just had to... Oh, he's hit the wall. Noosa's through.
Front wing.
That's a full... That's his left end plate and his left elements, as you called it. They're gone.
So that releases Noosa, and he's closing that gap. He's right down to 1.2. He was less than a second now. He was 2 seconds behind Fragioco, and he's just gone, ooh, I can smell Yoli Gamer. I'm going for him.
Yep. Charge is on. This is the final lap now that Crow's just started. These drivers are actually behind Crow.
Yeah, but Crow's got out of the way. They've got another lap now.
Crow is AI. I've heard from Crow's race engineer that he's hit pause because he's not very well. He's let his AI drive the car for him for the rest of the track. So Daniel Epic could happen. Could actually close the gap enough.
Is as these guys have now passed Crow, they've now got another lap.
That is true.
They're not on the lap 39. Only Crow's on 39. So, Noosa is fighting this car. He's going to have a much better drive out the corner here. He's already closing down on Yoli. He's going
for the outside. Yoli makes a mistake. He locked up so hard, but that Noosa again just can't capitalize on it.
Oh, Yoli's hit the wall. Oh, he's out! Yoli's
Major incident. Yoli actually just collided with the wall and lost the wheel. And Noosa's collected P4. Patience is a virtue after all. And Crow's overlapped him again.
That's worked out well for him.
And Crow crosses the line to take your Monaco Grand Prix victory for the Supreme Racing League. Daniel Epic now coming down the final corner to cross the line and take P2. And Hazard, who's also driven a really good, solid race throughout the rest of this race. There was a little bit of issues at the beginning. I mean, nothing too major, but he's had it really clean. He's done really well. And again, he's got another podium.
Considering Hazard started from last due to his qualifying penalty, he's done pretty well. 20 laps on those super softs. 28 laps, sorry.
He's nailed it. So, there you have it. Crow gets race victory again for for the, was it the 5th time in a row now?
Yep, that's 5 in a row.
And there he is on the podium. Whether he's feeling healthy or whether he's feeling sick, he's still one of the strongest drivers in this racing league. And he's proving that he's looking really dead set on getting the Drivers' Championship and single-handedly taking the Constructors' Championship with him too. But again, thank you very much for joining me on the Caster Bench, Amkasa. As always, it's been a pleasure. And from us here at Supreme Racing League, we hope to see you next time. Take care.